Would you like to join?
I was wondering, what's the recommended amount of data?
I'd like to ask, how many of you have autism, and if so, has it helped you in your modding career?
That's a
Now, don't
fairly
everyone
personal
speak
thing
up
to
at
ask.
once.
Okay, if you've been on the internet for a while, chances are you've seen these cringe compilations. However, of all the cringy videos out there, Minecon cringe compilations are unique. They are special. The thing about them is you can't escape them. Whether it's a week, a month, or even a year, they will always reappear, either on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, or whatever, at least for me. But this got me thinking, what happened to these kids? Are they even able to live a normal life after these infamous compilations? Do they get recognized in public? So I started to do some research on where they are now, and I found some pretty disturbing things. I'll start off by talking about Anna Jane, also known as the Mindforge Craft Girl.
Would you like to join my dad's Minecraft server, Mineforge Craft? I've got business cards here if you would like to.
She also has a YouTube account, but she is mostly active on TikTok, where she goes by the name Anaconda Sin. In one of her pinned videos, she explains how she has a disability and that at the time of the Minecon video, she couldn't read yet and that all of the negative comments gave her the ambition to learn to read. She would use a text-to-speech app to say out all the negative comments, and that's how she learned. On the 18th of October 2023, she went live on TikTok and started trauma dumping for 30 minutes straight. In this live video, she was crying and explaining how she was groomed and molested when she was 11. At the time, her mom was heavily addicted to drugs and would often pass out in the middle of the day, allowing her stepfather to take advantage of her. She explained that these events led to her having a bad taste in men, and that she would often date abusive older guys. After realizing all this, I felt pretty bad for always making fun of her, but as I was researching her even more, I realized that she's completely unhinged and batshit crazy, and I doubt that her traumatizing past is really an excuse for her behavior at this point. For example, in the TikTok live dating show, she admits to getting sexually aroused by animals, and especially animals hurting each other. She also tries to explain how if you're alone in the woods with a dead deer that you hunted down, it's okay to make the sexy time with the deer. Now, this live was fucking weird. I'll show you some more of the highlights.
Oh, fuck. Like, have you ever, like, you've never been excited by, like, watching the animals, like, kill each other and eat each other as an 9-year-old? Like, that's never happened to you when you watch a Discovery Channel? Wouldn't you love to be that lioness, though? You know, getting after that zebra, like, you know? Oh, that reminds me of a story. There was this guy that was a hunter that would that would unalive deer, and then he would, you know, do it with them after the, you know, if no one else was around and no one was around to see it, and you're alone in the woods, and who cares? I mean, wait. I mean, it's a deer. At least it's not a person, you know.
No, wait, no. I mean, what?
I mean, if that's something that you're into and you're like alone in the woods and it's just a deal, as long as you're not doing it to people, you know, right? And it's already unalived, and you were gonna like eat it later. Like, you were gonna gut it and eat it, so you're gonna eat its deal meat and stuff like that. And hang, like, imagine the glorification of being able to hang those antlers on the wall, knowing that you had that intimacy with it, as well as being able to eat its meat. Like, it's like my ex-boyfriend who was 45 and wanted me to have sex with a dog, but I didn't do it. And he told me he didn't do it with his dog.
I don't believe that.
He did it with his dog.
No, I think you did it with the dog after this conversation.
I never did it with the dog. No, I never did it. Because the dog was scared of me and did not want to do it. He would put the dog on me and the dog would run off.
And in a different live video, she also explained how her and her boyfriend once made a corn video and that she stored the video on her Google account. But then, like, after she lost the login to her Google account, for some reason, the only logical thing she could think of was to ask her dad for help, who was then able to regain access to her Google account. Yet he didn't just delete the video straight away. No. He spent hours watching it and even laughed about her boyfriend having a small dick. All of this seemed to be completely normal to Anna Jane as she laughs it off when people confronted her about this. So yeah, her and her dad be doing a lot more than just play Minecraft together. The madness doesn't stop here, however. I'll show you a few more clips of her streams and then I'll move on to the next one. If you want to go more in depth into her story, Underflow also made a video covering her, so go check that out.
A verification code sent that doesn't involve looking in your personal drives.
Yeah, he had to delete it, not view it. And the fact that he was in there for hours, it doesn't take hours to delete something. He had to delete it, not view it, Anna. Why did he watch
You
it?
have to view it in order to delete it.
No, you don't.
No, honey, you don't
watch
have
it.
to view it to delete it.
Yes, you do. There's nothing
No, you
wrong
don't.
with
Is that what
what
he
dad
told you?
There's
Did he
nothing
tell you
wrong with
that?
what he did.
Anna, why don't you tie a noose around your neck and hang yourself in your closet?
Do you know or do you not
know
know?
he was a registered offender when you did the nasty with him?
Yes.
And you were okay with him being a registered offender?
Yeah, it just meant that he had a big dick and was really good at sex.
Are you serious, Anna?
Yes. That's what that means.
Was he a
That
child
does not
offender?
mean that.
Proud of that?
That's incredibly fucked with hell.
Wife, so you should not be
I
proud.
fed my sister's guinea pigs to the dog.
What the fuck?
That's not a flex, bro.
That's what I did when I was 7 years old. Because I wanted to see them get eaten by my dog.
Why would you even say this, dude?
Because it's what I did. I used to shake the rats' cages and torture them. Hang them on nails and stuff like that.
Next on the list is the kid who asked the Minecraft mod developers if they have autism, whose real name is Jordan.
I would just like to ask, how many of you have autism, and if so, has it helped you in your modding career?
That's a
Now,
fairly
don't everyone
personal
speak
thing
up
to
at
ask.
once.
I think we're going to refuse that question, I think.
Okay, then.
Yeah, I'm afraid we're going to have to pass on that one. Sorry.
Most people that saw this clip of him just thought I was trolling and making fun of the panel members, but all of this is a far cry from the truth. On November 2015, Jordan made a YouTube video explaining how he also has Asperger's syndrome, a form of autism, and that he was simply asking the question to see if he could find someone that's also on the spectrum that he could be inspired by. He never meant any harm or disrespect to the Minecraft mod developers, yet every time he made a video on any platform whatsoever, the negative comments kept following him. Even the video he made to explain the situation was posted almost 2 years after the Minecon event, so the fact that he had to explain it 2 years later really shows the extent of the situation. In 2018, 5 years later, he also posted a video where he reacted to PewDiePie reacting to the Minecon cringe video. In it, PewDiePie calls him a twat, and Jordan is clearly tired and devoid of all happiness of still having to deal with this years later.
Okay, and my second question would be to
Oh my god, I've seen
all
this
of you.
one.
I would
Oh,
just
he's
like
seen
to
it.
ask, how many of you have autism, and if so, has it helped you in your modding career?
I'm just gonna. I don't even want to hear that shit. That's just.
I think we're going to refuse that question, I think.
Okay, then.
Yeah, I'm afraid we're going to have to pass on that one. Sorry. All right, you sir.
Okay, and my second question would be to
Yeah,
all
me
of
too,
you.
bud.
I would just like to ask, how many of you have autism, and if
Fucking
so,
4 years
has
ago.
it helped you
Didn't
in your
change shit.
modding career?
Yes, I know.
Yes, I have autism.
It's really hard not to feel bad for him after knowing this whole story, especially when you realize that Jordan was just 13 when he went to Minecon, and that he has been followed by these negative comments for years. Nowadays, he spends most of his time gaming. By the time I was editing this video, he had over 142 hours played on Steam over the last 2 weeks, which is an average of 10 hours a day, which is fucking crazy. In our third entry, we have the most famous kid, Super Guy 64, who became famous for their pronunciation of dedicated wham.
I was wondering, what's the recommended amount of dedicated wham I should have to a server?
Everyone really liked this kid. At first, he wasn't really bothered by all the memes made about him, and he kind of took it as a champ. His YouTube channel is called Guy64Super and is still up. He made some Let's Play videos, both before and after the Minecon event, but he hasn't uploaded in the last 9 years. There are only 2 known interviews with him, but these were both around the same time as the Minecon video, so currently no one really knows where Guy is or what he does, and every time I try to search for him, I've really only come to the same conclusion, which is that he would rather be left alone, and that Super Guy 64 is in the past. I respect that, so don't try to find him or dox him in the comments, which unfortunately was an issue I've noticed in some other videos, making a video about the disappearance of a Super Guy 64.
Never.
You weren't mad at all or anything?
Nope.
Hey.
I was a little at first, but...
What was your initial reaction?
I just couldn't believe that I got that popular on the internet.
How much RAM does your computer have?
22 GB.
22?
Yeah, it's an odd number, but I, like, custom built it.
That's a lot. Nice. Were you nervous whenever you asked your question?
No, just tired. I had, like, 2 hours of sleep the night before.
Oh, yeah, I get that. How long have you played Minecraft for?
Since 2012.
Do you have a server?
No, but I used to on before Minecon. I just stopped running it late before Minecon. I was thinking about restarting it, but then once the dedicated wham scene happened, I knew that if I made a server, it would just be flooded with people saying dedicated wham.
Next on our list is the spam kappa in the chat guy.
Okay, Nick.
Everyone spam kappa in the chat! Kappa!
There's always one, isn't there?
You have a question?
This is more of a proposition than a question. Now, today is my birthday. I'm not gonna ask you to sing me happy birthday, but everyone spam kappa in the chat, and let's get a nice loud kappa. No, you guys. So, let's try again.
They weren't even excited for us.
Kappa. Kappa. This is cringy. This is cringy. I'm sorry. Cringe compilation. Hi.
Now, I didn't know this yet. A lot of you probably did, but this guy was already a pretty well-known troll YouTuber when he pulled his stunt at Minecon. His name is Unstoppable Luck, and he even has over 700,000 subscribers right now. Just like Jordan, he also made a video about the Minecon event explaining how he just loved cringe compilation and tried his best to make it into one, which obviously he succeeded.
It's like, man, I wonder how many times I could possibly get in the cringe compilation. Just jokingly, nothing serious, because I'm a pretty big fan of the actual cringe compilation itself, so I thought, oh, well, that might actually be kind of funny.
For the next couple of years, Unstoppable Luck grew his channel into a pretty famous Minecraft griefing/trolling channel. However, in 2017, the channel takes a sudden stop, and for the next 5 years, no videos are uploaded. The silence breaks when on the 9th of December 2022, Unstoppable uploads a video called Hello Again. Here he explains how he was in a car accident and how he was in a pretty dark period for the last 5 years. The accident resulted in him having trouble living a daily life, and that even simple house chores would give him pain in his back and neck, making him also unable to make and edit videos. Despite many people disliking him for his actions at Minecon, he actually strikes me as like a very down-to-earth and sincere person, being grateful for all the support he has gotten on his videos after quitting YouTube. Whether he will fully return to YouTube or what he does now is still unknown. That about sums it up. Let me know in the comments if you want to see more Minecon cringe kids and where they are now. Okay, see ya.
That means that when I get older, I'm going to be good looking as well. Because we have good genes. We have good genetics.